Hello and welcome to a continuation of a video about this DiscMagic CD1 transport, which I bought to complement the DiscMagic 2 DAC. DiscMagic, to remind you, was DAC made by Cambridge with help of Pink Triangle and designer John Westlake. So I thought the DAC was so good on 1305 DAC chip by Brown 1305 that when this transport became available, so I'll get it, and I bought it as a working unit. But of course, as those who watched the other video know, it was not working. It had a head being stuck and banging against the rails. Well, the player needed a service. Firstly, off went the belt, but the belt is not too bad. It's not as bad as some others, but basically the limit switch that is in there and tells the servo when the head reaches end of its travel was dirty, and that's what was happening. Once this was done, it read CDs, but some of them did and some didn't, and and it was just very temperamental, long seek time and stuff like that. So I needed to have a look at the servo, but of course no manual is available for DiscMagic 1, and I know that I have a CD6 for which I have a service manual, and it looks remarkably similar. Two transformers there, whereas the other one had 3 from memory, similar servo board. So I looked up, I always take pictures of inside of the players and have a look at that. This is how the CD6, Cambridge Audio CD6 looks like. It's got 3 transformers there at the top, very similar mechanism, exactly the same servo, and also has a DAC board, which obviously the transport doesn't do. So, if it looks like a DAC and it quacks like a DAC, well, it must be the DAC and the same thing. So I used the service manual, and really the only thing I've done was to adjust this pot, which is a phase lock loop adjustment of frequency. So once that has been done, it now reads everything. So even taking account for mishaps in transport and lack of servicing, this player probably for a long time didn't work properly. I mean, it would read probably and play some CDs, but not all, and some it would take a long time to lock onto. So that is basically it. It is very good, and it skips tracks and does everything well. I mean, we're listening to CDR now, but let me play a couple of tones, and this is obviously a CDR. Let me play a couple of tones, and we're gonna go big guns now with, they go to 3mm gaps in data, and so we'll see. Let's go first to track 15, which is 1.5mm, and a standard for CD is 0.9, so this is already 50% more than the standard required, and we'll go till it stops playing well. So it's 1.7mm, 1.8, 1.9, 2mm. That's already over double the required standard. So this is how good this transport. 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Surely it's going to fail pretty soon. 2.4. It's crazy. Oh, 2.6, I could hear something. So let's go to 45, 2, 3, 45, and this is a black dot at 1.5mm. So we'll go further and see. I mean, this is crazy good. It's already, we are now double the standard for the painted obstacle on the surface of a CD. We're going now well over. Oh, that was already a fault. Yeah, that's 55. So that's 2.5mm. So that's really crazy. You see now it has the hiccups. But so as you see, the transport is of top quality, and so is the DAC. I reckon this is highly underrated setup. I really like it very much, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. If I keep it in some other systems, maybe in a workshop, or because I probably cannot take much money for it. But anyway, another thing I want to show you, since we were looking at the computer, for those who want to know, I've started a web page. It's on here.net.au, just like the channel is called, and here stands for high-end audio restoration. And you know, that's my homepage. There's a picture of a shop in Saigon in Vietnam, which is millions of dollars worth of stuff. And you can write me a message, and if you will have something fine faulty to sell. And this is how my workshop used to look like when I first started. There is another link. That's another photo from the very same shop in Saigon. As you can see, there's plenty of BMW and Krells and whatnot. And my contact details, address, telephones, emails and stuff. And you know, there's a bit about me, and it's a bit about shipping. Shipping costs $25 each way to Eastern Seaboard, or $70 with TNT, and all sorts of silliness. You can go to see what I'm selling at the moment. There's a link to my eBay items for sale, which is, you know, a few there, and my other one, which I'm starting here.net.au. So all sorts of silliness like that, and some of you might find it useful. Sometimes get asked, you know, how to contact me. So that's how. Thank you very much for your time, and till next time. And this nice music we are listening to is an ECM record of Polish piano trio. They used to be called Simple Acoustic Trio, but now they're called Martin Wasilewski Trio. Check them out. They are very nice. There used to be a rhythm section for Tomasz Stańko, which is another avant-garde trumpeter there. Well, thank you very much. Until next time. Bye bye.